Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Maryland Drawing Show, and welcome to another episode of an ink review. I just woke up like 10 minutes ago, so I haven't done the review yet. Although I think I realized that I may have taken my sleeping medicine twice. Because I slept through the entire night. Oh my god, I can't believe I slept so long. I'm usually up at 9 o'clock every day, like clockwork. But, whew, apparently I needed to sleep. Okay, we're gonna start the review. First, let's share this with our friends so that they can come and hang out with us too at this time. I would encourage you to share this with your friends so that they can also come and hang out with us too. Okay. How's everyone doing? Are you guys having a nice day? Okay. So, today's ink is a cartridge. It's a Monteverde ink to fit a Lamy cartridge. This is a gift from my dear friend Kathy Scott. So I put it in a Lamy Studio. And we're gonna see if it bleeds. I should rename my channel Does It Bleed? Hi, RV Ashes and April. How are you doing today? Long time no see. How you been? How you been? I'm okay. I woke up late today. But other than that, I'm doing really good. Hi, Cynthia. How are you doing today? How you been? How you been? Okay. I am going to have a sip. Considering I woke up 20 minutes ago, I think I'm doing pretty good. Just quite busy lately. Yeah, me too. I've been writing letters like they've been going out of style. My freaking hand hurts. Today is my dear friend Kara's birthday. If everyone could go in the comments and wish her a happy birthday, that would be great. Monteverde Red cartridge. If anybody else is participating in NaCoWriMo, shoot me your address on Instagram at Marilyn Darling, hashtag NaCoWriMo. That stands for International Correspondence Writing Month. Yes, CARA. So you guys can write me your address if you want to. If you are a letter writing person, this entire month is International Correspondence Writing Month. You can find addresses to write people on the NaCoWriMo.org website. Also, we have a Facebook page. It's NaCoWriMo on Facebook. And there are all kinds of addresses. You can write people from all over the world. Okay. Oh, let's do some paper. Let's do some review, shall we? So these cartridges, you can find these on like JetPens or Amazon, and they're just a cartridge of ink, and you can stuff them into any pen, any Lamy pen. I have them in 3 pens this month. I have the red one, the purple one, and the burgundy one. I cannot wait to do the purple one. Oh, it's so pretty. This red one isn't bad. It's just not like a red like I would think it would be. Cartridge. Oh God, I'm sleepy. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Here's a look at today's ink. It's got some really nice shading going on. Here's our ink swatch. Water resistance test shows it has the tiniest bit of water resistance. However, I might not want to use this on the outside of an envelope for fear it may wash away. And here is our toilet paper chromatography. All I see is red. I don't see any funny colors coming out. Have a great day. Take care. Give love to the family. Alright, let's do some paper review, shall we? This is Eaton's Core Stable Bond Typewriter Paper, 20 pounds, also known as cotton fiber paper. Beautiful. No feathering, a little bit of micro bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Copperplate Graph Pad from JohnNeilBooks.com. Beautiful. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Maruman Namasane, 80 GSM. Nice shading. Tiniest bit of wiggle. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Rhodia Dot Pad, 80 GSM. Beautiful. A little bit of shading, a little bit of wiggle. No bleeding, no ghosting. Excellent. HP Premium 32-pound copy paper. Tiniest bit of shading, a little bit of feathering, a little bit of heavy ghosting. Oxford single subject notebook paper. Nice shading. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Excellent. CVS Caliber filler paper from CVS Pharmacy. Nice shading, no feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. Perfect. This is Pelican Hub Notepad. Nice gentle shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Kokuyo Business Paper. Nice shading, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is the Nanami 7Cs 68 GSM Tomoe River. A little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. The Jot envelopes from the Dollar Tree. A little bit of shading, a little bit of feathering. A little bit of micro bleeding, tiny bit of ghosting. Hi Will, how are you doing today? This is Muji paper. Oh dear. Nice shading, feathered like a chicken. Bleeding and ghosting. I just need to turn the aircon on real quick. It's get warm. 70 degrees today. Okay. Oops. Archer and Olive, 160 GSM notebook paper. Don't notice my fat finger swipe. Where is it? Right here, I had a fat finger swipe, so don't notice. It's got a little bit of wiggle, maybe. No bleeding, no ghosting. Found a paper made in Vietnam at Walgreens that is fountain pen friendly. Wexford. Wexford Walgreens Pharmacy. Yeah, we have some. M-Shoy 120 GSM. A little bit of shading, a little bit of feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. That's good stuff. Anecdote notebook paper. Beautiful. A little bit of shading. Ooh, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Naughty. Ayush 100 GSM notebook paper. A little bit of shading. A little bit of feathering. No bleeding. A little bit of ghosting. I need to clean my aircon out. It's kind of stinky. Alright, Clairefontaine 90 GSM. A little bit of shading. A little bit of bleeding. A little bit of ghosting. Naughty. The Journal from the Dollar Tree. A little bit of shading. A little bit of wiggle. A little bit of micro bleeding. A little bit of no ghosting. That's good. This is Wexford Walgreens Pharmacy paper. This is their memo book. Wexford Walgreens Pharmacy. A little bit of shading, no feathering, barely any bleeding, and then a little bit of ghosting. It's done really good so far. Minimal amount of ghosting. Very nice. Daiso Premium Notebook Paper. A little bit of shading, a little bit of feathering, one little bit of micro bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Daiso's got really good paper too. Midori MD paper. Nice shading, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Leuchtturm is a little ghosty for me. 68 GSM Tomoe River. Really nice shading, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. 68 GSM Tomoe River is a lot of ghosting though. A little bit of slightly getting uncomfortable amount of ghosting. Leuchtturm 1917 plain. A little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleed, a little bit of micro bleeding. A little bit of a lot of ghosting. This one tends to ghost more than others, which is an extreme amount of uncomfortable shading. Okay, let's do a comparison panel to see where this thing lies. Since it does lean a little pink, we're going to look at some pink inks. And then we will look at some red inks. I didn't even look up what this is supposed to look like. I mean, is it supposed to be Valentine red? I don't know. It might be Valentine red. I didn't even think about that. Red velvet. Valentine Red. Yeah, they don't have just red. But according to this, it just says red. Right there, there's no fancy name attached to it. Huh. So, I have no idea. Is there anything written on the back of your cards? On the back of these? No. These are just 3x5 3x5 note cards from CVS Pharmacy. I've tried other ones, but they bleed through. This one doesn't seem to bleed through. So that's good. Alright, this is our ink of the day. Lots of shading. I wonder if it is Valentine Red. We're going to find out as soon as I glue this thing down so it doesn't wiggle about. I have to cuss if it does. Don't wiggle. There, that's better. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to move this up so I can see. Bump up the brightness so we can see. See if we can find anything. You could dip different nib sizes like AF to broad. Yeah, that's something that I have decided not to do. If you are looking for something like that, or perhaps in a separate video, if you have specific inks you want to look at, you can cut. I can do that, but doing that for all of them would take me like 3 days to wash out all the pens. So that's why I don't do that. I figure that this is probably the worst case scenario. If you had a broad nib, anything that's smaller than that is going to have a different, a lighter shade to it. So you can see that this would be like a broad flex nib, and then this is the reverse of the nib, so this is like an extra fine. I hope that helps a little bit. And I try and do that on all of them now, so you can kind of see, except for the ones that when I was barely starting, like this one, that was probably one of my first inks. You can always tell where my first inks are because they look nothing like the normal with the light swirly and the dark swirly. Otherwise, they pretty much all look the same. I try and make them even as I can with the tools that I had. But if you are looking for a specific color, just let me know what it is and I'll try and do a comparison for you. Okie dokie. Noble Yube is getting kind of close. A little lighter though. Yeah, it takes me almost a full day to wash out pens because I baby my pens, and though I'm rough on them, if I do have to take them apart for any reason, I give them a full treatment. They get a full bath, washing off all of their gunk and grease and everything. And then they get re-greased with new ink, with new silicone grease, and then they get put together very carefully so that way they don't break. Because the last thing that I want to do is contaminate the ink. I got one ink that was contaminated, and that was enough. This pink ice is getting kind of close. Ton of your videos for inks. I ordered tons of ink samples. I put the list on your Discord. Cool! Hold on, I gotta write that down. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna open up the Discord. Yeah, just send me a list. Which channel did you put it in, or did you put it in a private message? If you put it in a private message, oh, I see, you took pictures. Okay. I don't have any more Masquerade. I sent that to Karina Loves to Plan. I don't have any Dusted Truffle. I sent that one to Gary, I think. I don't remember doing Arabian Nights. Once Upon a Time. Glistening Glass. I don't think I've done that one either. Although I may have. Dominant Industry Pearl. Autumn Forest. I've done Autumn Forest. I will try and see if I can find that sample I might have gotten. Because I'm also in charge of the OC Pen Club inks. And so everything that I review goes back into the OC Pen Club for them to use. But if I can find the inks, I will definitely do the ones that I have. Okay? Let's see. This is like turning out not to be a pink ink at all. Got a very reddish pink. Okay, Rosette Nebula is darker, more purpley. Carnation is more purpley. Cerise is more pink. There's Cashmere Rose. I have done reviews of Cashmere Rose. I've decided that this year I'm going to be using my Serendipity with the Yovo broad nib to do all of my reviews. That way they all look the same. Because as you can see, I can already tell that these were done with different pens. Because this has a broader line than that one. So I'm going to try and keep them all the same broad width. You can see that this one was broader. This one was in probably a fine flex, and this one was in a broader flex. So I want to try and kind of minimize the amount of flexibility, I guess. These are kind of close. This one's a little more browner. Blossomed Lotus is getting kind of close. Winter Berry's a little more red. Felicity Glistening's a little more red. Momiji's a little more pink. That's it for the pinks. Let's try some red inks. And Dr. Seuss, watch out. Is it in the inks? Is what in the inks? This looks orange. I think that's actually an orange ink. Though this says red, it looks brown. Inks are very strange. Sometimes they'll have like a darkness. Like this one, I believe, was a red, or like a dark red, burgundy-ish color. And now it's kind of oxidized to a rusty brown color. Same with this one. You like burgundy? Nice. We will be doing a Monteverde burgundy sometime. Let's see. Today's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So next Saturday we'll be doing a burgundy ink. Or maybe later this week. I haven't quite decided. I've kind of decided to wing it. To do the inks that I feel like are kind of leaning in the pinkish reddish department. This Florentine red is, it looks kind of off, but it's kind of close. This Cali Inks Calligraphy Ink Scarlet is kind of close. Vermilion Red is kind of close. Audacious Red is kind of close. This is a little more pink. Algonquin Maple is kind of close. Candy Cane is kind of close. This one was probably one of my first ones too. I don't even have any more of that, do I? Please stand by. The other thing I want to try and do is I want to look at all of the inks that I've gotten recently and see if there are any inks that I've recently done that I can redo the card from. Coral. I could have sworn I just did coral. No, I did Sakura yesterday. Dracula. No. Anyway. I'm trying to look for inks that I have done a long time ago that I didn't have the standardized system that I have today. So I can redo the card so that way they all look sort of similarly the same. This one, Parker Quink Red. So if anybody has Parker Quink Red or Coral, Diamine Coral, let me know. See, there's Valentine Red, and that's just red. So these are totally different inks. Totally thought so. If you have one of these inks and you want to look at it closer, you can hit the space bar and then use the period to go forward 1 frame at a time, or the comma to go reverse 1 frame at a time. Ho 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 is kind of close. It's a little bit darker. Primary Red's darker. Cali Inks Burgundy, no. And everything I should say should be taken with a grain of salt and try a sample. Ooh, Celebration looks kind of close. It's a little bit lighter though. Firestorm is kind of close. Sailor's Warning is kind of close. Was it speaking to you? S-I-R-I thinks I'm speaking to her. And that's it. That's all the reds that I've got. So there's a couple in there. But it does seem to be a sort of unique color, so that's good. Sometimes we get inks and they look like 10,000 inks, and others they don't look like anything at all. Rather, anything I have at all. So, anyway, another way to get good visualization if ink will be comparative to another ink is to check out inkswatch.com. To check out inkswatch.com, and then you can search by specific names for inks, say 3 Oysters Red Wine, and you can see all of the inks that are similar to that ink. Or you can search by brand. I'm going to search Monteverde and see if they have any inks that are similar. Sometimes they don't even have the ink that I'm comparing yet in the swatch. Maybe. Yeah, they don't have it in here yet. So, that is also good. Wow. Alright, well, so, that's how that works. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe. Ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all, so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. Don't forget to check out the links in the description. I'd like to give a huge shout out to my members, Cynthia, Rahul, Wolf Kate Witch, Arcboy, Vermilion T, Simply Obs, Lynette, and Wumble Bumble Bee. If you'd like to become a member, you can do so for as low as 99 cents a month. Don't forget to check out the links in the description to my website. Join the calligraphy class. I just added another class. Check out the paper reviews page. I just finished putting up the colorant. Check out the Discord. Share your pen, ink, and paper journey over there with us. And if you'd like to save 10% off on your next order to Pen Boutique or Atlas Stationers, I'm an affiliate. When you use my link, you get a discount, and I get a small commission so that I can make better content for all of you. And that just leaves me to say, get out there and enjoy your life. Be with the people you love. Tell them you love them, and I love you to pieces. Have a great day. Okay, love you. Bye.